You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9 FM. And into the front court here is Sydney Thomas. Thomas at the right wing, dribbles between a couple of defenders, dishes it out to the left corner. Three on the way is back of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Espinosa, and Goddard will come the other way with it with Sandoval. Up ahead, Hoover. Ball goes to the right corner. Working baseline is Cannon. She'll retreat and throws to the middle of the floor. And Thomas with a great steal, good effort as she got in there, falling down and back out of bounds. She's able to find her teammate, Bickham, and now Thomas pushes up the floor at top of the key. Here's Montoya driving right of the lane and puts up a runner along the baseline that goes up and in, and Montoya with her first points. The other way, Goddard tried to get behind the Alamogordo defense, and good defense from Montoya. She just put her hands up, and it hit her in the back. She was heading towards the opposite baseline, and Alamogordo gets it right back here, trailing by 3. Here's a pass to Thomas that's intercepted by Cannon. Cannon will push up the floor to the top of the key, works in the lane, loses the handle of the basketball. I think it was knocked away by Alamogordo. It was, and it'll stay on this end with Goddard. 1:55 remaining here in the first quarter. A 12-9 lead for the Goddard Rockets over the Alamogordo Tigers. And a baseline right entry coming up here for Goddard. First sub for Goddard, by the way, as a three is on the way from the right corner, no good. It's Sandoval. The new player in is Ciara Hatch. Actually, she was in earlier, so my bad. There was a sub for Goddard at some point. Mary Jane Rodriguez with the basketball. She just checked in for Alamogordo as Sydney Thomas gets a rest. Destiny Montoya with the basketball. Thomas was looking for a screen. Now she goes the other way, gives it off to Natalie Rodriguez, and entry pass is too far there for Jacqueline Vera. And it'll be a turnover for Alamogordo. 1:39 to go in the first. And looks like another sub as Kaylee Kidwell is going to come back on. She has to be careful playing with 2 fouls here with 1:32 to go in the first quarter. Alyssa Linares, who's new into the game for Goddard, passes it off to Sandoval. Sandoval at the top of the key, works the lane and feeds Linares. Off to the right wing, Hoover. Hoover passes to the left wing, and a pass just off the mark as Sandoval was trying to find Linares along the baseline, and Linares went too far to the corner, and Alamogordo will inbounds here. So it's Kidwell, Mary Jane, and Natalie Rodriguez, Milana Bickham, and Destiny Montoya. Alamogordo almost loses it out of bounds. A pass to the far side that Rodriguez almost lost, but now they lose the possession. Coming up the other direction with it is Goddard. Linares left in the lane, feeds it off to Hatch. Ball goes over to the left corner. Good crisp ball movement here from Goddard, and the three on the way is good from Linares as she puts Goddard in front here, 15-9. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Montoya, ball at the right wing. She works baseline, gets towards the basket, throws up a shot that's no good. Now a battle for the rebound at the free throw line. On the floor and getting to it is Montoya. Pass inside intended for Kidwell from Mary Jane Rodriguez is knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay on this end with Alamogordo. 38 seconds to go in the first. And Alamogordo will inbound baseline left of the basket. It'll be Montoya to inbounds, holds it over her head, passes to the corner. Three on the way is no good from Natalie Rodriguez, and Hatch has the basketball, has it taken away, and then trying to pass it, has it taken away Montoya. Now a battle for it as they come towards the near sideline, right towards us. The ball's going to go out of bounds, and they'll say it's last off of the Goddard. Oh, no, they're going to say it's Alamogordo basketball. I thought they pointed the other direction. Okay, so it's Goddard basketball, last off of Alamogordo. And 25 seconds remaining. We'll see if Goddard holds for the final shot, if they're aggressive here. Sandoval works quickly into the lane, goes to the basket, lays it up and in, very aggressive. Goddard extends their lead to 8. It's 17-9 now with 15 seconds remaining. Alamogordo now try to get a good possession here to finish off the first quarter. And then a bad turnover there as Rodriguez was looking for Montoya, but the pass outside of her reach, and Goddard will have an opportunity to add their lead here before the end of the first quarter. Coming across midcourt, and ball goes over to the right wing, top of the key. Hatch, pass goes underneath the Sandoval. They work it around. Linares fires a three. It misses at the buzzer. That was a well-run play by Goddard. The end result just wasn't quite there. Goddard 17, Alamogordo 9. Quarter number 1 of the first game of this Friday of the City of Champions Classic in Artesia. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 101.9 FM, 1230 AM, and alamosportsandtalk.com. Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30 a.m., 101.9 FM, alamosportsandtalk.com. We are in the second quarter, start of the second quarter. Alamogordo Lady Tigers and the Goddard Lady Rockets. On the floor for Alamogordo, Anna Riordan, Sydney Thomas, Abby Vasquez, Jacqueline Vera, and Kaylee Kidwell, as the Rockets come out with Aylin Miramontes Fiera, Alexis Sandoval, Ambrosia Tessitayo, Erica Cannon, and Santana Espinosa. It's Thomas with the basketball, and she's bumped and knocked out of bounds as the two players collided right here in front of us, and Alamogordo will inbound here at the near sideline. Vasquez will trigger it in for Alamogordo this time and give it to Thomas in the backcourt. 7:50 remaining. 4 team fouls for Alamogordo, 2 team fouls for Goddard as Thomas works to the right corner. They go top of the key. Vasquez fires up a 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound out to the corner. Letting it go out of bounds is Miramontes Fiera. And Goddard will inbound at the near sideline with 7:40 to go in the second. Now, Alamogordo hasn't quite found their shooting touch that they had yesterday, but I'll say Goddard certainly having a far better offensive effort than they did against Carlsbad. Out to the top of the key, Sandoval weaving her way through traffic, goes over the right corner, and driving to the basket is Tessitayo. She misses as she works baseline, tries to go up after she grabs the offensive rebound, and she's going to be fouled. And it'll be 2 free throws coming up, and we'll see who the foul's on there. 5th team foul. It's the first on Abby Vasquez. Kaylee Kidwell playing with 2 fouls, and she has to be careful. Tessitayo hits the first free throw. Alamogordo's leading scorer was Abby Vasquez. She had a 3. Leading scorer for Goddard is Alexis Sandoval, who has 4 points. Tessitayo's now got 3, and she's 3 of 4 at the free throw line. And Goddard pushes their lead to the biggest yet at 9. 18-9 they lead, or I'm sorry, 19-9. It's a 10-point lead. 7:22 to go in the second quarter. Thomas dribbling out at the center circle. Works it to the right wing, gets past her defender, goes up with the shot, and it's a wild one that goes out of bounds. Coming over on the help defense there was Santana Espinosa, and made that a difficult shot for Thomas, and it'll be Goddard basketball here with 7:10 remaining in the second quarter. Across midcourt to the top of the key is Sandoval. Left wing gives it off to Cannon. Cannon gets into the lane, then kicks it out to the corner to Espinosa. Back to Cannon, who has the left corner, and then she's going to lose the ball out of bounds. It'll be back over to Alamogordo. 6:57 to go second quarter. Kidwell will inbounds to Thomas. Alamogordo left to right, Goddard right to left here in this second quarter. And Thomas directing traffic as she walks it into the front court. Thomas to the right wing, goes to Vera inside. Espinosa guarding her. Vera, nice move, just couldn't get the finish to go. Now a ball that is deflected out of bounds. They'll call it last off of Alamogordo. Looked like Anna Riordan got the last touch on it. Hatch will come out of the game, and Hatch will come into the game. Espinosa will check out for Goddard. And they'll come up the floor still with a 10-point lead. 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. And walking it across the timeline is Sandoval. Dribbles to the right wing, over to the right corner. Tessitayo, pump fakes, now dribbles out of it. Top of the key, looking to drive is Cannon. Hands it off, looking for Sandoval. Ball was deflected, and it's deflected again. Alamogordo's got the steal one-on-one. Jacqueline Vera against Hatch. Now she tries to post up, gets into the lane, goes up with the shot. It just doesn't fall. Again, a good effort there by Vera. Ball stolen away by Alamogordo. Anna Riordan goes up with a shot from just outside left of the lane. That's no good, but she's going to be fouled, and Anna Riordan goes to the line for 2 free throws. Israel's had some success in terms of getting steals. As after rebounds, they've been aggressive on the Goddard players and picked up 3 or 4 steals as this game has gone on. Riordan's going to miss the first free throw. And checking into the game is Alyssa Linares, and she'll check in for Erica Cannon. One more here for Riordan. And she misses front rim. Rebound is grabbed by Kaylee Kidwell, and she'll get the lay-in. That was helped by Jacqueline Vera, who tipped the rebound away from Tessitayo. And Kidwell's got 4 points. Alamogordo trails 19-11. See if they can get some stops on this end. Riordan playing tough defense on Sandoval. Pass over to the corner. Hatch just able to keep it in bounds. Riordan tips it away on the pass back to Sandoval. Out of bounds it goes. Alamogordo will keep it. Far sideline inbounds right in front of the Alamogordo bench. Inbounding it is Hoover. Hoover goes over the top to Hatch. Nice catch. Can't get the lay-in. Tip out of the rebound. Goes to Vasquez. No, Thomas. Thomas pushes the tempo. Thomas right of the lane. Little pump fake. Goes up the shot. High off the glass. No good. Rebound tipped around. And it's eventually grabbed by the Rockets and Tessitayo. One-on-one with Kidwell. Tessitayo works into the lane. Gets to the basket. Lane attempt no good. Rebound tipped out. Grabbed by Alamogordo as Vasquez has got it. Now Thomas will come up the court across the timeline to the right wing. And kicks it out to the corner. Vasquez fires a three. It's no good. Rebound is grabbed by the Rockets, knocked away, but a foul called as Jacqueline Vera, I think, is going to get called for her second. 16 foul on Alamogordo with 5:17 to go in the second quarter, so Goddard will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Sub for Alamogordo as Milana Bickham comes back into the game, and it'll be Jacqueline Vera heading to the bench. Sandoval will come across the timeline for the Rockets. Dribbles past Riordan. Tries to go to the middle of the floor. It's grabbed by Tessitayo. Back to Sandoval. Pass out to the right corner. Three on the way is good. Alyssa Linares makes her second three of the game, and Goddard pushes their lead to 11, 22-11 with under 5 minutes to go in the second. Near the midcourt line. Bad pass there as it's stolen away by Hatch. And coming the other way with it is Sandoval. Sandoval, that one goes at the legs of Hatch, so another bad pass for another, but the deflection gets knocked around, and eventually Alamogordo comes up with it. Bickham. Bickham feeds ahead to Thomas. Thomas to the basket. She stops. She feeds Riordan. Riordan shot no good. She gets her own miss. Put back attempt. That's off the front of the rim. No good. Now Goddard comes the other direction with the basketball in the hands of Tessitayo, and she slows it up. Riordan pressures her. Sandoval's got it. Drives in the lane. Bounce passes off the leg of Vasquez. Rest it wasn't a kickball there. Alamogordo 2-on-1. Here's Thomas. Goes up with the shot. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Sandoval. Sandoval has the ball knocked away. Bickham gets it. Bickham then has it taken away from her back to Sandoval. And a timeout going to be called by Goddard. And I think both teams probably could use a second to talk this over as that one was going back and forth. Some bad passes and some tough misses on both ends. And so they'll take a full timeout and talk things over. 4:09 to go, second quarter. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's Goddard 22, Alamogordo 11. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk. .49 remaining second quarter. Goddard with the basketball and an 11-point lead as they work it along the perimeter. Linares gets into the lane. She gets bumped, sends it out top. Top of the key. Three is good. Another three is good. This time Alexis Hoover. She makes her second three of the game, and Goddard's lead swells to 14. Alamogordo just needs a good offensive possession here as Montoya works in the lane, goes up with the shot, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Goddard as Montoya bowls over Tessitayo, and Destiny Montoya will go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws here. 3:45 to go in the second. Goddard 25, Alamogordo 11. As Montoya will go to the stripe and make the first. She's got 3 points. And I'll try to add another. We got a sub for the Rockets. As that'll be number 21, Eden Chavira. First time we've seen her in the game this morning. Montoya makes both free throws. She's got 4 points. Her and Kaylee Kidwell lead the Lady Tigers in scoring. 25-13 here in the second quarter. Coming across the timeline, ball goes to the left wing, over to the left corner. Chavira gives it to Cannon. Cannon works her way into the lane, goes up with the shot, and looked like Rodriguez reached in there and caught her on the arm. And it'll be 2 free throws. Yeah, actually, they're going to call it on Bickham, I think, 22. 21. So it'll be, actually it was Rodriguez. I thought it was Mary Jane Rodriguez that reached in there, but it was actually Natalie. And Cannon goes to the free throw line, and she'll make the first free throw. That's another place where Goddard certainly had an advantage is at the free throw line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of 10 from the stripe here in the first half. As Cannon bends the knees and misses front rim on the second. Rebound grabbed by Montoya. 26-13, 3:30 remaining in the second quarter. As Mary Jane Rodriguez will go right to the middle of the lane to Bickham. Bickham, a little turnaround shot is short, and the loose ball pulled in by Hatch. Hatch tries to bounce pass it up ahead, and it's taken away by Alamogordo. Rodriguez, this is Mary Jane to the top of the key, finds Montoya in the right corner. She tries to work baseline and goes inside to Kidwell. Kidwell double teamed, and we're going to get a tie-up, and the possession arrow will go the other direction. So it'll be Goddard basketball with 3:04 to go in the second quarter. And looks like we had an accidental buzzer there. Here comes Goddard at the left wing. Cannon trying to back her way in, goes to the top of the key. Ball goes over to the right corner, and then it's going to be out of bounds as looks like Chaviera maybe took her eyes off the pass before it got to her. And Alamogordo will inbound at the far sideline. Sub for Goddard as Tessitayo comes in, and it'll be Chaviera. Inbounds at the far sideline. And it'll be Kidwell to Mary Jane Rodriguez. She gives it off to Natalie, left wing extended. Montoya now out between the circles. Give it to Bickham. Bickham gets past her defender, a little turnaround jumper that's no good. Fighting for the rebound underneath the basket. It'll be well, they're going to say it's out of bounds last off of Alamogordo. 2:31 to go in the second quarter. It's Goddard 26, Alamogordo 13, and Sandoval will bring it across the timeline here for the Rockets. Hands it off to the top of the key to Espinosa. Espinosa works her way into the lane. And in a group of Tigers, she attempts to go up with a shot, and she's going to be fouled. And they'll call the foul on Mary Jane Rodriguez. It'll be the 8th team foul on Alamogordo. And 2 free throws coming up for Santana Espinosa. She is 3 of 4 at the line. And has worked in that post and has drawn some fouls this morning. She's going to make the first as Goddard pushes their lead out to 14. 2:18 remaining in the second. And the second one misses. That one did not touch the rim, so it'll be Alamogordo basketball. Sub for Alamo, Sydney Thomas comes back into the game. And we see for the first time Madison Ruiz into the game. So it'll be Thomas bringing it across midcourt with 2:11 remaining. Ball goes over to the right wing. Montoya. Cross-court pass it to Ruiz, who's at the baseline. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by Sandoval, and it'll stay on this end with Alamogordo with 2:03 remaining in the second quarter. Baseline left of the basket, inbounds here for Montoya. Kidwell and Bickham line up left of the lane. Now they get in motion. And the bounce pass, good pass to Bickham. She misses off the glass, rebound by Montoya. And Bickham at the free throw line has it taken away by Sandoval, and then Sandoval lost the handle, gave it up to Thomas. Thomas to Kidwell underneath the basket. Kaylee can't get the lay-in to go. Outlet pass up ahead to Tessitayo. Tessitayo to the basket. Lay-in attempt is no good, and a foul going to be called on Alamogordo as Montoya came in on the defense, but she contacts Tessitayo, and she'll go to the line for 2. And more free throws here for Goddard. 9th foul on Alamogordo with 1:45 to go in the second. And it'll be the first foul on Montoya. She's going to miss the first while Tessitayo, 3 of 5 at the line. Second free throw goes up and in. 1:43 remaining in the second quarter. Coming across midcourt, Thomas, right of the lane, dishes it out to Vasquez. Runner from the baseline is good, and a foul. So Vasquez with a chance at a 3-point play. Do it the old-fashioned way here with a Nice runner there. Alamogordo gets a much-needed bucket here with 1:37 to go in the third quarter. And Vasquez will go to the line and make the free throw. So Vasquez with 6. She leads Alamogordo. 1:37 to go second quarter. It's Goddard 28, Alamogordo 16. Ball over at the right wing. Pass the middle of the floor is deflected and taken away by Alamogordo. Kidwell's got it. Kidwell comes up ahead to Vasquez. Vasquez working right of the lane, goes up with the shot. Ball is out of bounds. And it is, I thought it was deflected by the Goddard player, but not. And so it'll be Alamogordo basketball, or I should say Goddard basketball there. And Goddard will come across the midcourt with Sandoval. Minute 15 remaining. Sandoval feeds it over to the left wing. Hoover go out to the corner to Espinosa. Cross-court pass to the elbow. Tessitayo drives, goes up with the shot. It's no good. Rebound tipped around as Tessitayo gets her own miss. Cannon fires a three, and she hits it. Offensive rebounding has also been a big advantage for Goddard in this game as they push the lead out to 15 again, 31-16. Under a minute to go now in the second quarter. As the ball at the left wing. Ruiz to Thomas, almost deflected out of bounds. Thomas works her way over to the right wing, keeps her dribble all the way to the baseline, goes up with the shot. It's no good. Foul called. And it looks like it's a charge call on Alamogordo and Sydney Thomas. 10th team foul. And the first foul on Thomas this morning. Inbounds will go to Sandoval. 40 seconds remaining. And she comes across midcourt, gives it over to Cannon. Ball goes over to the far side. Now between the circles with it, it's Hoover. Feeds it off. Ball goes over to the right corner. And they continue it out on the perimeter. As Goddard doesn't seem to be too big a hurry here. They may be holding for the last shot here. Out near midcourt, Hoover. And a timeout going to be called by Goddard. And they'll take a 30-second timeout as they got 14 seconds left to try to get in one last shot here. 14 seconds remaining. It's Goddard 31, Alamogordo 16. And we'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk. .14 seconds left here in the first half. Alamogordo is trailing, and an inbounds that goes to Espinosa, but she will travel with it, and Alamogordo will get it back with 12.6 seconds left. So not what Goddard wanted out of the timeout. And Alamogordo tried to do something positive here, headed into the locker room. They get it to Vasquez. Vasquez works baseline and needs some help now. Tries to send it back out and was looking for Thomas. Ruiz tries to track it down at midcourt. Alamogordo did save with 1 second left. Half-court shot is going to be no good, but not what Alamo was looking for in that possession either. So both teams not able to do much on the last opportunities of the first half, but Goddard with an impressive first half as they lead Alamogordo 31-16 on the Rich Motor scoreboard. And we will take a break. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM, alamosportsandtalk.com. Welcome back to Artesia, the City of Champions Classic, Day 2, as the Alamogordo Lady Tigers trail 31-16 at the half. Leading scorer for Alamogordo, Abby Vasquez with 6. She had a 3 in the first quarter and then had a 3-point play right there before the end of the half. 4 points for Kaylee Kidwell, 4 points for Destiny Montoya, 2 points for Anna Riordan. Just really haven't been able to get into much of an offensive set in this game, have the Lady Tigers. Not the same ball movements and getting it around the floor like they were yesterday. They haven't been able to do as much work in the post, and I think the size of Goddard has provided a little bit of an issue with them. Bel Air didn't have quite as much size in the post, and I think Kidwell and Vera were able to get a little bit more going in the post for Alamogordo today. It hasn't been, Espinosa and a couple of the players. And I think just the half-court defense for Goddard has been the issue, too. They've really done a nice job of pressuring the basketball and making everything a challenge for Alamogordo. And then on the other side, Goddard's knocking down threes. They're getting to the free throw line a ton. Goddard had 5 3-pointers in that first half. And just kept attacking the basket and getting foul calls. And that's the other thing Alamogordo's got to be careful with. Nobody picked up 3 in that first half, but they do have a number of players with 2 fouls. And it was legit. It's one of those where you feel like, maybe the calls aren't really going Alamogordo's way. It was, Goddard was getting to the basket and forcing some contact and giving themselves opportunities at the free throw line. So doing some nice work there and giving themselves an opportunity to come up with some opportunities at the stripe. So we'll see what the second half brings, but Alamogordo's definitely got to get the offense. I really on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. Both teams really weren't great at taking care of the basketball. I think if we counted the turnovers, it would probably be a little bit edged towards Alamogordo and having too many turnovers. But I think both teams were a little loose with the basketball at times, and that'll obviously be something to watch as the second half goes on. The Alamogordo boys are on the floor getting ready for their game, which is coming up probably in about an hour or so from right now. Carlsbad, a team that they played just a few days ago, they'll play again. And so I'm curious to see if there's any big difference from Game 1 against Carlsbad to Game 2 against Carlsbad. It'll be something worth watching this afternoon, see if Alamogordo can make some improvements from a team that they have already seen once this year. That'll be something worth watching. All right, we're going to take another break. Again, we're at halftime. The Goddard Lady Rockets lead the Alamogordo Lady Tigers 31-16 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We will come back. You're listening to Alamogordo Lady Tiger basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM. Start of the second half coming up here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30 a.m., 101.9 FM. Online at alamosportsandtalk.com. Should mention as well, they're using our feed again today for the KSVP TV feed that they have. So if you want to check the game out in live picture, ksvptv.com or the KSVP Facebook page as well. And if you want to just stick with us here on the radio, hey, we understand completely as well. But you can listen and watch as well if you go both ways there. But also, don't forget, we still have our ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel up there for audio. So whichever way you'd like to listen to, I leave it in your smart hands. I know you'll make the right decision whatever you decide to do there. It's the Goddard Lady Rockets 31, the Alamogordo Lady Tigers 16 with the second half just about to get underway. Again, Abby Vasquez leads the Lady Tigers with 6 points. Alexis Hoover and Alyssa Linares each have 6 points for Goddard, 4 points each for Erica Cannon and for Santana Espinosa and Alexis Sandoval and Ambrosia Tessitayo, 3 points for Ciara Hatch. Really good balanced scoring for Goddard in that first half. I'm sure their coach has got to be very happy with what he's seen from his team. Obviously, got to finish the job here. And just a reminder for those of you listening to us on Alamo Sports and Talk that we are, again, with the doubleheader. The Alamogordo boys will face off against the Carlsbad boys coming up. A rematch from Saturday's game, which Carlsbad won comfortably over in Carlsbad. So we'll see neutral sites. Tournament game at 10 a.m. You know, maybe there's a different feel to that game from the other day. I honestly couldn't tell you, but we shall all find out together. Both teams still in their huddles at the far sideline as Goddard gets into something to get them hyped up, and Alamogordo will leave their huddle, and Alamogordo will have the basketball to begin things. They go right to left here in the second half, and Goddard will go left to right. Abby Vasquez, Jacqueline Vera, Anna Riordan, Kaylee Kidwell, and Sydney Thomas to get this half started. And instead of Vasquez inbounding, it'll be Riordan. They switch off. On the floor for Goddard, Cannon, Sandoval, Hatch, Tessitayo, and Hoover. Thomas out near midcourt, gives it off to Riordan. Riordan gets past Sandoval, feeds it to Kidwell. Kidwell at the baseline, goes up with the shot. It's no good. Riordan grabs the rebound, feeds to Vera. Vera's shot up and in. And Jacqueline Vera with her first points of the game, and Alamogordo trails by 13. Should be 31-18. Now they added just one there, and the three is up and in from Hoover. And should be 34-18. They haven't added the Rockets one. Thought we were at 31-16 at half. And I'll tell you here in a second. Alamogordo moving the ball in the front court. And giving it to Thomas, who cuts right of the lane, goes high off the glass, shot no good. Vera grabs the offensive board, goes up with the shot, that's no good. Thomas on the other side tries to track down the rim, saves it at the baseline. Riordan goes up the shot right of the lane. And I think Alamogordo was looking for a foul call there, didn't get it. Here comes Goddard the other direction. And they have corrected the score, so it's 34-18, 6:52 to go in the second. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't wrong. Goodness knows that can happen. Cannon driving left of the lane, and then a foul call. I'm a little confused on how on the other side it wasn't a foul for Alamogordo when was it Tom? No, it was Riordan that went up the shot, and they're going to say that was a trip on Alamogordo on that last play. Well, the inbounds, that was Thomas who gets called for the foul. Ball in the right corner with Cannon. Comes out to the top of the key. 6:38 remaining. Sandoval gives it off to Hatch. Hatch works in the lane, kicks it out to the corner. Ball fake and a drive for Hoover. Hoover goes up with the shot. It's no good, but she's going to go to the free throw line. And I think you can tell Coach Turner is getting a little confused on fouls that aren't getting called on the Alamogordo end, but are getting called over here on the Goddard end. As the free throw goes up for Hoover, and we'll roll in for her. 35-18, Goddard leads, 6:28 to go in the third quarter. Second free throw, front rim, back rim, and in as well. 36-18, 6:27 to go here in the third quarter. And Thomas will come across midcourt with the basketball, feeds it off to Vera. She holds her overhead between the circles. to the left wing at the top of the key. Now feeds it off to Thomas. Kidwell at the elbow. Kidwell backing her way in, wide of the lane, working on Hatch. A little turnaround. That's good. As Kaylee Kidwell knocks it in from about 12 feet out. And Alamogordo, 36-20, trail on the Richland Motor scoreboard. Crossing 6 minutes to go. Sandoval gets in the lane, kicks it back out to Hoover, who travels. A little bit of a hesitation move there from Hoover, and couldn't make up her mind whether she was passing it or putting it down the floor, and it, I think, caused the travel there. And Alamogordo will come the other direction with it. See if they can get a stop on one end and get a bucket on the other. Well, it's almost stolen away, deflected into the backcourt. Thomas, though, gathers it back in, gets all the way to the basket, goes up with the shot. Not sure that that's going to give her free throws. I think that was on the floor before the shot. And so a foul called on Goddard. First foul, and it's the first foul on Cannon. Baseline right to inbound for Vasquez. Gets it into the right corner to Vera. Tries to feed the middle floor, deflected right to Kidwell. Kidwell shot too strong, rebound pulled by Hatch, and she'll race out of there up the near sideline. From behind, though, Thomas was able to steal it away as Hatch wasn't aware that Sid was coming on the help defense. And Thomas with the basketball top of the key. She tries to work in the lane. She's cut off by Hatch. Ball deflected and stolen away by Cannon. Cannon trying to get the ball up the floor. It deflects and into the hands of Hoover. Right wing here, Sandoval. Sandoval right of the lane, goes up with the shot and finishes. Jump shot from about 14 feet, and Sandoval makes it an 18-point lead now for Goddard. 5:05 to go in the third quarter. Thomas holding the ball near midcourt. Gives it to Vera. Tried to feed it to Kidwell, and Goddard's done a good job of getting their hands up and deflecting passes as Tessitayo comes the other way, goes up with the shot. It's no good. Rebound grabbed by Tessitayo. We've got a whistle, and I would assume a foul on the rebound on Alamogordo. And I think they're going to get Sydney Thomas for her third. So Vera will come out of the game. And inbounds to Espinoza. She misses on the first. The second, she's going to be fouled on, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And that's Kaylee Kidwell's third foul. That is the second player for Alamogordo with 3. And Sydney Thomas also with 3. Espinoza will miss high off the back of the rim. And Thomas will come out. Mary Jane Rodriguez comes in. We'll see Destiny Montoya into the game, and it will be for Kaylee Kidwell. As Alamogordo trying to protect their 2 players with 3 fouls. Natalie Rodriguez, Milana Bickham, Mary Jane Rodriguez, Anna Riordan, Destiny Montoya. Free throw no good. Rebound grab by Alamogordo. Vasquez still on the floor. As Mary Jane Rodriguez tries to go inside, but threw it right between a couple of defenders, looking for Vasquez. Now coming up the floor, a battle for the basketball, and we're going to see a foul called on Alamogordo. I'm going to say Mary Jane Rodriguez on Espinoza. Far sideline to inbound is Hoover. And she'll work the ball in here to Sandoval. Sandoval works on Mary Jane Rodriguez to the elbow. Feeds it off to Hoover. Hoover from just beyond the left elbow. Jump shot no good. Rebound tipped and eventually grabbed by Cannon. She feeds it to Espinoza. Espinoza, she's fouled as she goes up with the shot, and she'll go back to the free throw line. And Mary Jane Rodriguez picks up the foul call. And I believe that was her third foul, so she just picked up 2 quick fouls, and that's the third Lady Tiger with 3. Foul count 6-1 advantage of the Tigers. Or I guess you'd say an advantage of the Rockets. The free throw goes missing for Espinoza. And she missed it all there and out of bounds to the Lady Tigers. Alamogordo trails by 18. They can just get this down to 10 by the end of the quarter. This game's far from over. There's a ton of time left. Goddard, though, has controlled the pace and has held on the lead pretty much the entire game. Right wing, here's Vasquez. She tries to work baseline, goes up with the runner, draws the foul, and will get a chance at the free throw line. 4:07 to go in the third. And Abby heads to the line and makes the first. Leading the Lady Tigers with 7 points this morning. Subs for Goddard as Hatch returns to the game, and so does Alyssa Linares. One more for Vasquez, and a lane violation on Alamogordo. Vasquez, she sort of flinched on going to take the shot, and that was strange. Not sure what happened. Something caused her to stop her free throw motion and caused Alamogordo to commit a lane violation. Hatch comes to the outside and looking to drive. Sandoval able to tip it to her teammate. Tessitayo goes up with the shot, misses, but gets her own miss and puts it back up. Ambrosia Tessitayo with 6, and Goddard's lead out to 19. Mary Jane Rodriguez with the basketball, feeds it to Riordan at the left side. They go to the free throw line to Bickham. Bickham almost had it knocked away, feeds it out to Vasquez in the right corner. Abby will go to Mary Jane Rodriguez between the circles. Rodriguez to Vasquez. Vasquez top of the key. Left wing, left corner, it's Riordan. Riordan goes inside to Bickham. Bickham, good feed to Riordan, off the glass, just misses. Rebound though, grabbed by Bickham. Fires up a shot from the baseline, no good. The rebound on the other side though, grabbed by Riordan, and she got over the top of one of the Goddard players. And the layup is up and in for Riordan, who's got 4. Sandoval will take it to the top of the key for the Rockets. Holds on the pass, then fires a long 3. That's no good, but the rebound right to Hatch. Her putback attempt is no good. Alamogordo grabs the rebound. Bickham, who Rodriguez got away with a double dribble there. Left wing with it. Riordan's going to fire a 3. She hits it on a Riordan. Alamogordo tries to get on a run here. The last 5 points here from Riordan. 2:42 to go in the third, and Alamogordo trails 40-26. Sandoval gives off the right wing, wide open 3 for Tessitayo. She misses. Rebounds. Rodriguez couldn't reel it in, and at the baseline, a little pump fake from Cannon, and that's a pretty shot with Rodriguez dripped all over her at the baseline. Makes it in, and it's 42-26, and Goddard answers back after the Alamogordo 3. Left corner with it. It's Montoya, dribbles to the free throw line, right of the lane, tries to swing it to the opposite side to Riordan. It's deflected. She gets the basketball. Bickham fakes left, works her way right, picks up her dribble in the lane, feeds it out to Vasquez. Vasquez works the baseline, tried to go up with the shot, and there's going to be a jump ball as getting her hand on it was Sandoval, and it'll go over to the other side to Goddard with 2:03 to go in the third quarter. Vasquez comes out of the game, and Natalie Rodriguez comes in for Alamogordo. Mary Jane and Natalie Rodriguez on a Riordan, Milana Bickham, and Destiny Montoya as Cannon drives the lane, and two Lady Tigers converge, contact her, foul called, and to the free throw line goes Erica Cannon. 1:51 to go third quarter, with Alamogordo picking up their 7th team foul. Second foul called on Milana Bickham. Back rim no good on the free throw for Cannon. She is 1 of 3 at the line. 4 points today for Cannon. I'm sorry, 6 points for her. As the free throw goes up and in, she's got 7 now. And Goddard's lead extends out to 17. 1:49 remaining. Mary Jane Rodriguez at the far sideline goes to Riordan at the near sideline, deflects it to herself. Riordan looking for some help, finds Mary Jane Rodriguez. Rodriguez got caught in the air, just trying to pass it, and we're going to get a foul called on Goddard. They call the foul on Erica Cannon. Her second foul, 3rd team foul on Goddard. Far sideline to inbound it, it's Montoya in front of the Alamogordo bench. Montoya looking to get it in, feeds it to Bickham, who's in the lane, feeds it to Montoya. Montoya drives baseline, goes up with the shot, and they'll call an offensive foul on Montoya. And one of the Goddard players getting underneath the basket and drawing the charge. And the inbounds here goes to Hoover, or I should say Cannon. Cannon top of the key with the basketball. Gets to the left elbow, stops, feeds it off to the right wing. As Hoover Ball goes over to the corner to Linares. Three's no good. Now here's Hoover. Hoover gets tripped up and lost her balance. And the loose ball on the floor grabbed by Montoya. Rodriguez tried to feed it up ahead. Ball deflected in the air. And Mary Jane Rodriguez grabs it. Top of the key with the basketball. Gives it off to Riordan at the left wing. She dribbles. Stops top of the key. Gives the free throw line to Bickham, who tried to feed it inside to Montoya. And now it's Natalie Rodriguez, who looked to go from the left of the lane to the right of the lane, and ball stolen away by the Rockets. Linares over at the far sideline gives it off to Cannon with 42 seconds left here in the third quarter. Cannon dishes out to the right corner. Three on the way is good. Another three for Alexis Hoover. It's her fourth three of the game. She's got 14 points and pushes the Rockets' lead to 20, 46-26. Ball to the left wing to Riordan. Over to the left corner to Natalie Rodriguez. Now it's Riordan at the baseline. Riordan works her way along the baseline, puts up a shot that's no good. Going up with the shot is Destiny Montoya, and she makes it. Montoya now with 6. Alamogordo cuts the deficit to 18. 8 seconds left for Goddard to do something here in the third quarter. Cannon drives the lane, goes up left the lane, shot no good. 1 second left, and not going to get the shot off is Rodriguez. And that'll end the third quarter as Goddard extends their lead out to 18. 15 at the half, 18 going to the fourth quarter. It's the Goddard Lady Rockets 46, the Alamogordo Lady Tigers 28 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Back with the fourth quarter here on Alamo Sports and Talk after this. Quarter number 4 here at the City of Champions Classic in Artesia, and the Lady Tigers trailing the Goddard Lady Rockets 46-28. This is game 1 of the day. And the inbounds goes to Sydney Thomas. Alamogordo being led by Anna Riordan and Abby Vasquez, each with 7 points, as Jackie Vera at the right elbow works her way to the basket, goes up with a shot, draws the foul. And a chance at a three-point play for Jacqueline Vera. She's got 4 points and will go to the free throw line for the first time this morning. 46-30 with 7:49 to go in the fourth quarter. And now you just kind of got to break the quarter down into segments here. And if you can get it down to maybe 8 by the halfway point, give yourself an opportunity. Great start to the quarter for the Lady Tigers, 46-31. But this is the side where they've got to get the stops. Coming to the top of the key is Sandoval. And a great feed on the baseline. Beautiful cut from Hoover. And a wonderful pass by Sandoval as the Rockets answer back. Pass a little bit behind Kidwell from Vasquez, but she reels it in. Pass goes inside to Vera. Vera works her way inside, off the glass, up and in. Jacqueline Vera with 5 points here in the fourth quarter. She's got 7. 7:16 to go in the fourth quarter. Alamo trails by 15. But 5 quick points start the quarter. Sandoval with the basketball, goes over to the corner. Hoover. Now out towards the midcourt line. This is Miramontes Fiera. Driving is Espinosa. Espinosa bowls over Jacqueline Vera, and Vera a little shaken up, but appears to be okay. And she'll hop up, and Alamogordo draws the charge. Third foul there on Santana Espinosa. 5th foul on Goddard. So they still have a foul to give. Alamogordo does not. Across the timeline with it at Sydney Thomas. Goes to Kidwell at the top of the key. Kidwell trying to work past Espinosa to the basket. Couldn't get the lay-in to go. Vera grabs the rebound, though. Forces it back up. They're going to call the foul before the shot. And so it'll be an inbounds play right at the basket for Alamogordo. Hatch and Tessitayo will come in, and Espinosa and Miramontes Fiera will come out. Baseline right to inbound for Vasquez. Finds Vera in the right corner. They'll get Vasquez, right corner three, no good. Rebound pulled in by Sandoval. Now it's kicked around on the floor. And eventually Goddard comes out with it. And just standing there with it is Cannon, letting Lady Tigers get back in defense. Cannon, though, races right in the lane. Free throw line jump shot is good. Nobody picked up Cannon. She sprinted to the free throw line and fired up the jump shot. And Alamogordo's deficit goes out to 17. Ball at the left wing. Madison Ruiz with the basketball. Bounce pass to Kidwell. Kidwell trying to work her way inside on Hatch. Goes to Vasquez. Vasquez goes up with the shot. Off the glass. It's good. And Abby Vasquez has got 9. 50-35. Under 6 minutes to go. And Sandoval top of the key. Alamo can't keep trading baskets, though. They need some stops on this end. Sandoval gives it off to Tessitayo, then back to Sandoval. And now over at the far sideline with it, it's Hoover. And Goddard may try to take a little bit more time here, as at the top, at the free throw line and going up with the shot is Cannon. And Cannon misses, but over at the corner, got her own rebound. Now at the top of the key, left wing, inside they go, and the layup attempt is good from Tessitayo, and she's fouled. .5:23 remaining in the fourth. And the foul on Kidwell, it's her fourth. And she'll come out of the game. We'll see Anna Riordan back in and Milana Bickham coming back in as well. And looks like Eden Chavira is going to come in for Tessitayo. She makes the free throw. And she does. She's got 9, and Alamogordo sees their deficit back out at 18 again here with 5:22 to go now in the fourth quarter. Thomas, Bickham, Vera, Vasquez, and Riordan on the floor for the Lady Tigers. Thomas at the top of the key, continues her dribble. And trying to work past Hoover, or I should say past Cannon. And she's going to draw a foul as she worked towards the baseline. And should be a 1-and-1 here for Alamogordo. So Sydney Thomas will get to go to the free throw line, looking for her first points of the game. Thomas sees her free throw miss. Rebound out to the corner. Sandoval was falling out of bounds and threw it off of Vera. Out of bounds to Goddard. 5:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. And inbounding it to Sandoval. Sandoval coming across midcourt. Under 5 minutes remaining. Pass deflected by Alamogordo as Cannon gets it. Now it's Hatch. Dribbles to the right wing. Hands it off. Sandoval with it. Guarded by Vera. Kicks it out to the corner. And then gets right back to Sandoval at the left wing. Try to go inside. Ball, Riordan got a hand on it. Saved by the Rockets. Left corner three is no good. Rebound pulled down inside by Bickham. And then it looks like a foul on the rebound. And that'll give Milana Bickham a 1-and-1 on the other side. .437 remaining fourth quarter. And at this point, it may be a little bit too much to ask with almost half the quarter gone. Alamogordo to try to make a big comeback here, but certainly need these free throws as Bickham goes to the line for the first time this morning. And she'll miss back rim. Rebound as a foul. And they'll call it on Anna Riordan. And so a two-shot foul on the other side here for Goddard, and it'll be Eden Chavira that will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws here. 10th team foul there on Alamogordo. Oh, yeah, I was going to say everybody's going for the rebound there, but that should give her another one. And second free throw misses as well. Goddard grabs the rebound, though, as Linares gets it. Ball over in the corner, taken away by Alamogordo. Sydney Thomas will push up the floor. Ball to the right wing to Vasquez. Vasquez works baseline, goes up with the runner, and draws the foul, and will get to the free throw line for 2. I'll call the foul on number 21, Eden Chavira. And 2 shots here for Vasquez in the act of shooting. She misses front rim on the first. She's 1 of 2 at the line, or actually 2 of 3 at the line, I should say. Try to be the first Lady Tiger in double figures today, and she does so. She makes the second. 10 points for Abby Vasquez. Alamogordo trails 53-36. Out near midcourt with it, Sandoval goes to the free throw line. Cannon, and back outside. It's Hoover with the basketball. Now Sandoval, and to Cannon. And Goddard again being a little more deliberate with the basketball, almost into the backcourt there as Hoover took her eyes off the pass. Works her way to the left wing as she got past Sydney Thomas. Now here's Cannon working to the right of the lane, passes to Hatch in the right corner, and they'll go back out top. And so Rockets are trying to pull some time off this clock. Sandoval over the far sideline, and Riordan's going to come in there and bump her on a second foul of the game. And free throws here for Alexis Sandoval. Makes the first. 7 points for her. And 1 more free throw. Abby Vasquez checked out of the game. Destiny Montoya is in. And Sandoval makes both. 8 points for Alexis Sandoval. And this lead has stayed pretty constant here for the Rockets in this fourth quarter. It's kind of bounced around from 15 to 20, now sitting at 19. And certainly looks that they're headed on to the consolation championship, or the 5th place game, whatever you'd like to call it. Alamogordo with the ball in the front court. They get it inside to Jacqueline Vera. Vera gets in the lane, goes up with the shot, draws the foul from Chavira. And Jacqueline Vera to the line to shoot 2 free throws. 5 points for Jacqueline in the quarter, 7 for the game. Try to add to her total here. And both teams in the double bonus now as Vera makes the first. She's 2 of 2 at the line today. And making the second. 3 of 3 at the line for Jacqueline Vera. And 7 points in the quarter. 55-38, 3:21 to go. And Alamogordo's going to have to come out and pressure because Goddard will go ahead and dribble it out as much as they can. Sandoval hands it off to Hoover. Cannon now takes it. Cannon guarded by Thomas. Takes it to the right wing, then feeds it right back out to Hoover. Hoover guarded by Montoya. Now gives it off to Sandoval with Natalie Rodriguez on her. And they'll just run the weave here on the outside as now Cannon has the basketball, looking to clear out some space from Thomas as she plays some tough defense. Cannon works it to the left wing. Now back over to the near side to Hoover. And just trying to draw some time off here. Looked like Sandoval spilled to the floor. She's okay. Ball over at the far sideline now, Hoover. As the Rockets have taken about 30 seconds off the game clock here, leading by 17. And certainly the smart thing to do here, Cannon's double team, Montoya and Rodriguez. Cannon gets the basket, goes up with the shot, it misses, and Vera comes out on the fast break. 2-on-2. Vera tried to feed it to Montoya, but I don't think she ever saw the pass as it goes out of bounds at the baseline. And it'll be back over to Goddard here with 2:23 remaining in the fourth. Sandoval will bring it across midcourt. And hands it off to Hoover. And she works the far sideline, picks up her dribble, gets it to the middle of the floor to Sandoval. And Sandoval guarded by Montoya. Hands it off to Hoover, who double dribbles with it. Now they're going to call an illegal screen, actually. So Sandoval gets called for an illegal pick. I thought Hoover might have gotten called for the double dribble, but It's Alamogordo basketball regardless, as Montoya will inbound to Thomas. Thomas hands it off to Natalie Rodriguez. Goes inside to Vera. Vera trying to work her way towards the basket. Gets underneath, goes on the reverse. No good, but Bickham was there on the rebound. But she gets tied up there with Hatch. Possession arrow will keep it on this side for Alamogordo. And baseline right of the basket, Alamogordo will inbounds. Chavita checks out of the game for Goddard. And the inbounds goes to Vera. Vera goes up with the shot, no good. Rebound underneath the basket, tipped out of bounds. Goddard last touched it. It was Tessa Tile that came back into the game for Goddard. So baseline right to inbound, it's Montoya. Holds it overhead, still looking, finds Vera open. Vera goes up with the shot and gets it to go. She gets into double figures. 9 of her 11 here in this fourth quarter. It's 55-40 with 1:34 remaining in the fourth quarter. If Alamo had been able to find that offense a little bit earlier, maybe this game would have been a bit different. Here's a deflection by Montoya that's going to go into the backcourt, out of bounds, and it'll stay with Goddard. Alamo just couldn't get that offense in gear in the first half. And I think bigger, they haven't been able to slow down the Goddard Rockets, who've been big from beyond the arc. And here in the second half, it's just been, hard work, getting offensive rebounds and getting extra opportunities. And a foul going to be called on Montoya. She was putting the pressure on Sandoval at the midcourt line. And Sandoval will go to the line here with 1:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. Friendly reminder that Alamogordo boys basketball is coming up for you next. The Tigers are standing in the entryway over here to our left. So are the Carlsbad Cavemen. Those two teams know each other well. Just played a few days ago as the free throw misses here from Sandoval. And that'll be the second game of the day. Second free throw misses as well. Rebound is grabbed by Mary Jane Rodriguez, and she'll come up the floor up the far sideline with 1:10 remaining. And she again probably got away with a double dribble there. Natalie Rodriguez top of the key and tries an entry pass to Bickham, but Hatch was in front of it and steals it away. Hatch looking for some help, and timeout called by Goddard with 59 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Look at the tournament bracket and what's coming up for the Lady Tigers. Goddard certainly on the way to the victory here, and will make their way to the, as I said, the consolation championship, or the fifth place game, and they'll get either Deming or Ruidoso. Alamogordo Lady Tigers, meanwhile, will play at 8:30 a.m. again tomorrow morning in the seventh place game, and we'll see if they get Deming or Ruidoso. I would probably edge they may get Ruidoso again for the second time this season. Deming gave Artesia a pretty good game last night. I think that was a 6-point game. I want to say I saw 58-52 was the final there, but then the Alamogordo boys, I mentioned playing Carlsbad. If they win that game, they'll play at 1 p.m. tomorrow. If they lose, they would play at 10 a.m., and we'd have the same schedule that we've got going on today. Goddard inbounds here with 57 seconds remaining, and Sandoval has it in the front court. Natalie Rodriguez comes out on her. Ball knocked away by Montoya. She comes up the near sideline. She's going to be fouled by Hoover, and that'll give 2 free throws to the Lady Tigers and Destiny Montoya, who's got 6 points. She's had a nice game today. Fourth foul called on Alexis Hoover, and the free throw is up and in. Second free throw good as well. 8 points for Montoya. And Alamogordo has cut the deficit down to 13. Got to go out and guard. Montoya on Cannon. Cannon trying to drive past her. Montoya's going to pick up the foul though, and Cannon's going to go to the free throw line. That'll be the fourth on Destiny Montoya. Cannon is 2 of 4 at the line. 9 points. And the free throw front of the rim, no good. 38 seconds remaining in the fourth on the Rich Samoda scoreboard. Lady Tigers down by 13. They've at least finished off the quarter with a good effort here, but not going to be enough as the free throw goes in. And Goddard leads by 14. Across the timeline, Mary Jane Rodriguez all the way to the top of the key. Gives it left wing to Natalie Rodriguez, then back to Mary Jane. Tried to feed a pass inside, but it's stolen away by Goddard. Alamogordo pressuring in the backcourt as Hoover gets it up ahead to Hatch. Hatch fakes a pass, then deals it and has it deflected and stolen away. Vera will give it to Mary Jane Rodriguez. 13 seconds left. One more chance here for Alamogordo to the free throw line. Mary Jane Rodriguez gives it to Natalie at the baseline. Tried to feed a bounce pass inside. That's stolen away. 3 seconds left, and Goddard will be able to dribble this out. And this one is over as Goddard gets the victory, their first win of the season. They were coming in, I think, at 0-3 to this game, and they defeat the Alamogordo Lady Tigers. 56-42 the final score. We will come back and wrap this one up and also get you ready for game 2 of our doubleheader. The Alamogordo boys, the Carlsbad boys in the second game here on day 2 of the City of Champions Classic in Artesia. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM.